Welcome to our English class today. So, are you ready to begin our lesson? That's good. Now, open your student books and your notebooks, please. Today, we learn Unit 2, Days. Lesson, Vocabulary, Daily Routines, pages 24 and 25. Reading, ABCD, page 26. Now, let's start. Now, look at the activities and name them, please. Now, picture 1, who can tell me? That's right, get up. What about picture 2? Okay, have breakfast. Now, picture 3, what do they do? All right, they go to school. And what about picture 4? Okay, do homework. And what does he do? Okay, go to bed. So, who can tell me what are these pictures about? That's right, they are about daily routines. Okay, now copy down the title, please. We learn Unit 1, Vocabulary, Daily Routines. Now open your student books, page 24 and 25. Now I'd like to introduce you some new words. We have the word get up. I think you already know the meaning of this word. Get up. Go to bed. Go to bed. Okay. Have breakfast. Have lunch. Have dinner. Go to school. Go to school. I think you already know the meaning of these activities. Now look at the picture and tell me, what does she do? That's right. Brush her teeth. She brushes her teeth. We have brush one's teeth. Now, wash one's face. She washes her face. Wash one's face. Now, they are watching TV. Watch TV. Watch TV. Have glasses. Have glasses. Now, I have one example sentence. Students have classes on Monday morning. So understand, have classes. Okay, right. Put it down, please. Studying. Studying. We are studying English now. Okay, the same meaning with the verb learn. Now, I'd like you to look at the table and try to complete the table with the verbs included in the days and nights clicks. And then you can listen and track. Now you have 1 minute to complete the table. Now listen and track your answer.
Unit 2, Vocabulary, Exercise 1. 1.
Brush your teeth. Wash your face. Go to bed. Sleep.
2.
Have breakfast. Have lunch. Have dinner.
3.
Go to school. Get home.
4.
Watch TV. Relax. Play video games. Chat online.
5,
Study. Have classes. Do their homework. Help with the housework.
Okay, after you listen and check the answers, now who can give me the correct answer after checking? Now, number 1, who can? That's good. Start and finish the day. We have get up, brush my teeth, wash my face, go to bed, sleep. That's right. Now, what about activity 2? Eat. Okay. Have breakfast, have lunch, have dinner. Now, activity 3, travel. We have go to school, get home. That's right. Now, number 4. Who can tell me activity of number 4? Return. That's correct. We have watch TV, relax, play video games, chat online. And the last one, activity 5, work and study. We have study, have classes, do their homework, help with the housework. That's right. Now you can check and correct, please. Now we come to exercise 2. Read the days and nights quiz. Are the sentences true or false? Compare with a partner using the key phrases. Now, we use comparing answers. You can ask your friend for the answer by using these questions. What have you got for number 1? Your friend can answer, I think it's true, I think it's false. Or you can ask by using another way. What about you? What do you think? Okay, now we look at the days and nights quiz. We have 12 sentences. Okay, you read each sentence and ask your friend. Now, example number 1. What have you got for number 1? When you brush your teeth and wash your face, you use 6 liters of water every minute. What do you think? Okay, you think it's true. That's correct. Okay, now number 2. Now what about your answer for number 2? People who have breakfast are happier and study better. You think it's true. That's right. Now what about number 3? In the USA, most children go to school by bus. Now what about you? What do you think? You think it's true? Okay, right. Now we have number 4. A lot of students in Japan have classes on Saturday and Sunday morning. What have you got for number 4? You think it's false? Okay, because they don't go to school on Saturday and Sunday morning. That's good. Now, number 5, British usually have lunch at home between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. Now, what do you think? You think it's false? Okay, because they have lunch at school, okay, not at home. Now, number 6. More than 50% of students in the USA watch TV when they do their homework. Now, what do you think? That's right. You think it's true. Okay. Now, we continue number 6 to number 10. Now, number 7 to number 10. Now, number 7. 75% of American parents say that their children help with the housework. What do you think? Okay, you think it's false because over 75% of American parents say that their children help with the housework. Now, number 8. Most British people have dinner between 6 p.m. and 7 p.m. What about you? Okay, it's true. My answer is true too. Now, number 9. To relax when they get home, more adults than teenagers play video games. Your answer is false because more teenagers than adults play video games. Okay. Now, number 10. 77% of British people chat online every day. What do you think? You think it's true? Okay, right. Now, number 11. People in England go to bed when they get up. 11 p.m. in London equals 6 a.m. in Hanoi. Now, what do you think? It's false. Okay, because in Vietnam, the time later about 6 hours after London. Okay, right. So this sentence is false. And the last one, small babies usually sleep 12 hours a day. Now, how many hours a day do small babies usually sleep? Okay, about 12 or 14 hours a day. So this sentence is false. Okay, thank you for your answer. Now, we continue exercise 3. I'd like to listen and pay attention to the verbs in exercise 1. Do the people mention? Okay, now listen.
Unit 2. Vocabulary. Exercises 3 and 4. 1. Paul.
Tell me about your morning routine.
Well, I often get up at about 5 o'clock in the morning and have breakfast at 5:30.
Really? That's early.
Yes, well, I'm a doctor. My work sometimes starts very early.
A doctor? That's interesting.
2. Lydia.
Can you describe your morning routine?
Well, I get up early and I always have breakfast before I go to school. I normally go to school by bus, but the buses aren't very good, so I'm often late for school.
3. Michelle.
What do you usually do in the evening?
Well, the children normally go to bed at about 9 o'clock. Then I sit on the sofa and relax. I often watch TV or a film. I usually go to bed at about 11:30. I never go to bed early.
4. Georgia and Sophie.
What do you normally do after school?
I always do my homework after school.
Yes, me too.
No. Okay, that isn't true. I usually watch TV or play video games. Then we have dinner at about 8 o'clock.
Do you help with the housework?
Not really. Me neither. I sometimes chat online with friends after dinner. I'm usually in bed at about 10.
Okay, now who can tell me which verbs in exercise 1 do people mention? Get up, have breakfast, have dinner, go to school, go to bed, watch TV, play video game, chat online. Okay, right. Now, we come to exercise 4. Check the meanings of the words in the box, then watch or listen again and complete the sentences. Now, we have some verbs of frequency, sometimes, never, always, usually, often, normally. Now, do you know the meaning of these verbs, these verbs? Okay, now pay attention to the meaning of these verbs, please. Always, always. That means every time or all the time. Now, normally, usually, that means in the way that most often happens. Now, we have the word often, many times. Sometimes, that means not always or often. Never, not at any time. Now, example, I always do my homework. That means the frequency of this activity 100%. Normally, usually about 90%. Often, about 75%. Sometimes, about 50%. And never 0%. Okay? Pay attention to the frequency of the activities. Now, I'd like you to listen and then complete the sentences using the suitable verbs of frequency. Now, listen.
Unit 2. Vocabulary. Exercises 3 and 4. 1. Paul.
Tell me about your morning routine.
Well, I often get up at about 5 o'clock in the morning and have breakfast at 5:30.
Really? That's early.
Yes, well, I'm a doctor. My work sometimes starts very early.
A doctor? That's interesting.
2. Lydia.
Can you describe your morning routine?
Well, I get up early and I always have breakfast before I go to school. I normally go to school by bus, but the buses aren't very good, so I'm often late for school.
3. Michelle.
What do you usually do in the evening?
Well, the children normally go to bed at about 9 o'clock. Then I sit on the sofa and relax. I often watch TV or a film. I usually go to bed at about 11:30. I never go to bed early.
4. Georgia and Sophie.
What do you normally do after school?
I always do my homework after school. Yes, me too. No. Okay, that isn't true. I usually watch TV or play video games. Then we have dinner at about 8 o'clock.
Do you help with the housework?
Not really. Me neither. I sometimes chat online with friends after dinner. I'm usually in bed at about 10.
Now I'd like to check your answer. Now who can tell me which word you use for number 1? Okay, my book sometimes starts early. That's right. Now number 2. Yes, I always have breakfast. Now what about your answer for number 3? All right, I'm often late for school. And number 4. Okay, children normally go to bed at about 9 o'clock. Now number 5. That's right. I never go to bed before 11. And the last one, number 6. Excellent. I usually watch TV or play video games. Okay. Copy that, please. Now, I'd like you to pay attention to language note efforts of frequency. Now, who can complete the table with the number of percent Now always 100%. Now what about normally and usually? Okay, 90%. And what about often? That's right. Keep 75%. Now sometimes, okay, 50% and never 0%. Okay, now take note please. And remember that we use adverbs of frequency to say how often we do things or how often things happen. Okay. So, please pay attention to the positions of adverbs of frequency in a sentence. Now, I have two sentences. The first one we use ordinary verbs, and the second one I use to be. So, please tell me the position of adverbs of frequency in a sentence that use ordinary verbs and to be. Now, look at the position. Okay. Now, adverbs of frequency comes after to be and before the other verbs. That's right. Now, copy down, please. Now, to help you practice using exactly the position of adverb of frequency, I give you one exercise. I have 5 sentences. You look at each sentence carefully and try to recognize if the positions of adverb of frequency in each sentence is true or false. If it's false, you can correct. Now you have 1 minute. Okay. Now it's time I check your answer. Now look at my answer, please. Number 1 is a ordinary verb, go. So we use always before ordinary verb. And number 2, the sentence uses is. So adverb of frequency stands after to be. And number 3 and number 4 correct. Number 5, work is an ordinary verb, so we use normally before ordinary verb. Okay, thank you for the answer. Now, I have a picture to show you. Now, look at the picture and tell me what is the picture about. Okay, it's about our family. Okay, now we continue unit 2 days. A busy day of our family. Okay, right. Copy down the title, please. Now, I'd like to introduce you some new words from the picture. Now, the woman and the man here are parents of the 2 kids here. Now, listen and repeat. Parents. Parents. Okay. You can take now the meaning. Okay. Now, this is the son of their parents. Son. Son. And she is the daughter of her parents. Daughter. Daughter. Now, they are grandchildren of their grandparents. Grandparents here, and they are grandchildren. Grandchildren. And the relationship between the boy and the girl are sister. She is his sister, and he is her brother. Okay, copy that, please. Sister, brother. Now, what does she do? 3 helps with the housework. Help with the housework. Copy down, please. Now, I have one example sentence. It's a big family and they are very organized. Organized. So how can we say organized in Vietnamese? That's right. Copy down, please. Now, I'd like you to take notes again. Now listen in repeat. Son, daughter, grandchildren, parents, brother, sister, organized, help with the housework. Now copy down, please. Now, I'd like you to look at the picture again and choose the title from A to C for the test. Then read the test and check your idea. A big family, big problem. B, an easy life for breakfast. C, happy house. Okay. Now 1 minute for you. Now I'd like you to listen and check the answer.
Unit 2. Reading. Exercise 2. Sue and Noel Radford have got 22 sons and daughters, and they've also got 6 grandchildren. It's a big family, and they're very organised. Noel gets up at 4:45 a.m., has breakfast and goes to work. The children get up at 6:45 a.m. Sue works at home. Her older daughter sometimes helps with the housework. The younger children don't help. They watch TV with their brothers and sisters. Sue doesn't watch TV a lot. The Radfords don't usually go to restaurants because it's expensive. The young children normally go to bed at 7 p.m. The older ones at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and their parents go to bed just before 10 p.m.
Okay, now who can tell me your answer? Big family, big problems. An easy life for the breakfast or happy house. Okay, that's right. Now, take note, please. Now, I'd like you to pay attention to how to read the meanings of the words. Now, first, look at the context, then scan the text to find the meanings of the words. For example, this test is about family members. When you find out the meanings of the one family member, it will be easier to work out the rest. Okay. Now, I'd like you to read the skill strategies, then read and listen to the test and choose the correct words. Now listen, please.
Unit 2. Reading. Exercise 2. Sue and Noel Radford have got 22 sons and daughters, and they've also got 6 grandchildren. It's a big family, and they're very organised. Noel gets up at 4:45 a.m., has breakfast and goes to work. The children get up at 6:45 a.m. Sue works at home. Her older daughter sometimes helps with the housework. The younger children don't help. They watch TV with their brothers and sisters. Sue doesn't watch TV a lot. The Radfords don't usually go to restaurants because it's expensive. The young children normally go to bed at 7 p.m. The older ones at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. and their parents go to bed just before 10 p.m.
Okay, now underline to check the answer. Now number 1, yes, doesn't have breakfast. Now number 2, the young children don't have the older sister, okay? And number 3, they have dinner at home. Okay, that's right. Now your answer for number 4. Okay, the parents always go to bed after other children go to bed. Okay, right, copy that please. So today, underline you to review the grammar structures and new words of Unit 2. Then do exercises in the workbook, page 18 and 19. Then you will read the lessons for Unit 2, pages 28, 29, and 30. Now it's time to say goodbye. Now, goodbye, students. See you next period.